Corcept Therapeutics, CORT, was trending earlier after getting hit with a tough 1-2 punch that's completely reshaped the narrative around the stock. First, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit upheld a ruling that Teva Pharmaceutical Industries does not infringe on patents covering Korlym, mifepristone. That effectively opens the door for generic competition against Korlym, Corcept's long-standing flagship drug for Cushing syndrome. Since Korlym has historically generated the bulk of Corcept's revenue, investors immediately began recalculating future cash flows under a lower margin scenario. Then came the second blow. The FDA issued a complete response letter for relacorilant in hypercortisolism. A CRL means the application won't be approved in its current form. While it doesn't necessarily kill the drug, it delays commercialization and introduces regulatory uncertainty. Never a great combo when your legacy product is about to face generic pressure. That combination has created a full on community split. The bear case: core franchise under pressure. Critics argue Korlym faces inevitable erosion with generics looming. Relacorilant's regulatory setback delays the transition to a next gen cortisol modulator. Revenue concentration risk becomes more obvious. Growth narrative weakens near term. From this perspective, Corcept shifts from a growth story to a company fighting to stabilize earnings. The bull case: this is an overreaction. On the flip side, long term bulls see this as a classic overreaction moment. Corcept still has a strong cash position and a profitable base business. Relacorilant isn't dead. CRLs are often addressable with additional data or clarifications. Most importantly, its ovarian cancer program, relacorilant in combination therapy, has shown compelling clinical data and is awaiting regulatory review. If approved, that indication could significantly expand market potential beyond endocrine disorders. This oncology angle is the wild card. Success there would diversify revenue streams and reposition relacorilant as more than just a Cushing's follow on therapy. What this really comes down to: this is a timing versus value debate. Short term traders see headline risk, earnings compression, and regulatory delays. Long term investors see asymmetric upside if oncology approval lands and relacorilant eventually clears regulatory hurdles. Right now, CORT is trading more on uncertainty than fundamentals. And whenever you get legal rulings and FDA setbacks in the same news cycle, volatility tends to spike hard. The next major catalyst: clarity from the FDA on the path forward for relacorilant and any regulatory movement on the ovarian cancer indication. This isn't a sleepy mid cap biotech anymore. It's a high stakes transition story.
So the stock lost 14% yesterday, the 19th of February 2026, and showing a decent amount of weakness within a longer term bearish trend. It's 200-day moving average, which underscores its underlying trend. As you can see, is sloping bearishly lower. Okay, the extrapolation is indicating that this weakness might remain in place up till Wednesday, the 4th of March. After that, it might attempt to bounce, but may be rejected, and then further leg down may print. And the 40-day moving average is also expected to continue to decline to prevent any expansion. Projections here as of yesterday, as of the close of yesterday's trading session, we had, let me look at this. Yeah, nothing positive at all. Negative 8.14, negative 29.23, negative 42.24. Obviously, stocks don't trade in negatives, indicating that the prospects of lower, really fractional prices printing is there. Okay, but before then, on the previous day had those negative prices, and indeed 50.06, 55.13, 58.25. Okay, momentum for the next coming days up till the 4th of March is momentum may continue to dissipate, based on this 10-day moving average. Okay, and they probability of it retesting 39.72, the close as of Wednesday the 18th. Statistically very high, statistic higher than 50%. Yeah, probability of it retesting 41.53. The closing price also for Friday the is that Friday? Let me see. I think Monday the 9th. Monday the 9th of February is yeah, statistically slightly higher than 50%. Okay, do we guess this one? Do we try and test this one? 46.34 closing price as of the 27th of January. Okay, less than 50%. Less than 50%. Okay, so this as things stand right now, this 10-day moving average is losing $1.4 every day. Yeah. So volatility is expected to continue to play at least yeah up till early April, based on in very short time, based on this 10-day moving average. In the very short term, volatility is expected to affect the 10-day moving average. So if that is the case, then yes, the stock may well remain volatile between now and then. Let's see what we have on its 40-day, I mean 21-day moving average. Let's see how far-reaching that the momentum is expected to play on the 21-day moving average. Equally, yes, equally expected to impact the 21-day moving average in the intermediate term. Or rather, it's a moving average that indicates the intermediate term. Let's have a look at the medium term, the 40-day moving average. Yes, equally, yeah, a lot more volatility is expected to, yeah, especially because we have this extrapolation indicating that it might change direction from time to time in the coming days between now and early April. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the 40 to 200-day moving average. What the extrapolation is saying about that moving average, the underlying trend. Let's see what it's going to say. Underlying trend is going to, well, yes, it's expected to continue to decline. So volatility is expected to continue to play out on all the moving averages. So it's going to be a volatile. It may be volatile from now till the end of till early April. Yeah, for CORT. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at its weekly chart and see what's going on there. On the weekly chart, yes, lower prices all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the 31st of August. Yes, we can apply the market grid here to see what it's going to give us. The market grid gives us a structured range of possible prices. Stock is at 34.24. Is that the current price? Yeah, 34.24. I think it may be outside of its market grid. Yeah, just above it, just slightly above it, 34.24. Even with this weakness, it's still within the grid. That's fascinating. So yes, technically it's providing a buying opportunity. So the lows of around 33.86 will definitely be a buy, but it doesn't mean that you're going to succeed. It also means that lower prices may still print. It's even, you can see here 28.66 printed. It got a bounce from there. So okay, it printed. That's not even the lowest it has ever printed before. Let's see where that's $28. What let's see where it lies on this chart. Yeah, somewhere here. $28. Yeah, there's some support there. Yeah, some amounts of support. It has they printed some amount of support there. Yeah, let's see the daily chart. Okay, it's not giving us exactly what we need to see. $28. Yeah, we already saw that on the weekly chart. 4 hour chart. Any use? Okay, yes, we have the grid here. So lower price is still very much possible. So if you thought that if you wanted to conclude that a buying opportunity has played out, just beware of this as well. But this is a 4 hour chart. But that's a more durable chart. So here we can see consolidation is what is expected between now and the 2nd of March. Not expected to go beyond its 40 period moving average. So it's expected to trade within this space here. Yeah. So let's see now. It's at 34.24. Any support below? Not very much. Not very much. Okay, just see what you make of CORT, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.